Olá, pessoal! Tudo bem com vocês? Eu espero que sim. Prepare-se para um vídeo repleto de revelações. No último encontro com a imprensa, Dana White não segurou as palavras. Ele fez duras críticas a Merab Dvalishvili, deixou no ar a possibilidade de um confronto épico entre Jon Jones e Tom Aspinall e ainda comentou os destaques da semana no Contender Series. Se você quer ficar por dentro dos bastidores do UFC e das opiniões mais sinceras de Dana White, este vídeo é imperdível.
Could I ask you two other Merab's cut? What do you know about Merab's cut? And can you make any?
The whole world knows about Merab's cut. He posted it. Our guys are so dumb. It's next level, unbelievable. All the stuff that I talk about boxing. What I will give boxing is when something happens in a camp. Man, let me tell you what, it does not leak. Our guys can't fucking wait to throw it up on social media. It's a small cut. It's no big deal, but obviously needed to be posted.
Against a guy like O'Malley, who is a sharpshooter and who's a very accurate puncher, now all of a sudden there's a big target for him.
And why the fuck would you want him to know that? It is next level stupid. Some of these guys are so stupid, it's mind-boggling. It's unbelievable.
What you thought of the UFC 305 main event?
It was awesome. I mean, I was in New York and we were watching it, and we were going crazy during the fight. It was a great fight by both guys. I mean, both guys put on I thought that Israel looked incredible. Dreykus is so awkward and unorthodox. He's got to be the toughest guy to train for. He fights like a white guy dances. It's so crazy and awkward, and you know what I mean? It's but very effective.
What do you see next for Izzy?
That's up to him. I mean, I'm sure he's going to take some time and reflect. Obviously, he decided not to retire that night, so I don't know. We'll see what's next.
Jon Jones has also talked a little bit about, or hinted about potentially retiring after Stipe. I know that's something people have talked about. If he does decide to retire, will it be worth the wait that we've waited so long for that fight for him to just retire after? Or do you feel confident that he'll probably defend?
Yeah, Jon is one of those, challenging guys to deal with. And I think that, he's talking about retiring, but will he, if the Aspinall thing is really flying out there? I personally think Jon challenges himself and takes the fight. And I think he does it.
Thank you.
Yep.
I wanted to ask you about the Khalil Roundtree booking against Alex Pereira. Obviously, it's a very, very fun fight on paper. With Ankalaev, I guess, being, so highly ranked and him being skipped over, what was the...
He wasn't skipped over. He's got a fight coming up. Ankalaev, we're laying the fights out now. Ankalaev's got a fight lined up. Go in there, do your thing, look great. Obviously, you're next. We had to make this fight card, and as you go down the line, you start looking at it. Khalil Roundtree makes a lot of sense, and you said it yourself. No way in hell that's not a fun one.
Was it all, you see it all the time, timing is
everything.
So was that just kind of what happened?
100%.
Jon Jones, going back to him, he was tweeting all today, hinting retirement. He says that...
Jon Jones was tweeting today saying he's going to retire. Is that what he did?
Hinting at retirement. And then he says that, maybe the UFC will offer me a deal that I can't refuse to come back and fight Aspinall.
Well, there you go. Okay. You just answered your own question. That's what I think we'll do. Listen, it's always the same dealing with Jon. I can tell. Listen, when we were talking about Francis earlier, right? I have zero animosity toward Francis. Francis was out of my world long time ago. That guy over there and Mick are another story. It's a long story. That dude did everything he could in his power to make Jon Jones versus Francis. The fight did not happen, and let me tell you what, it wasn't because of Jon Jones. So Jon is a very unique individual to deal with. Jon Jones will fight everybody. Jon Jones was absolutely positive. He wanted Francis. You saw what happened with Cyril Gahn. He will tell you, like he told us, that he would do the same thing to Francis Ngannou. He wanted that fight so bad. And for anybody who thinks, I know the whole internet, oh, Jon Jones, he's fucking, that I'm up Jon Jones' ass. These are fucking facts. Facts. And since everybody has been such douchebags about this, I'm coming out with a nice little punch in the face for all you fuckers that think that Jon Jones isn't the greatest of all time. Dislike him, whatever your beef is with Jon Jones, knock yourself out. There is no way in hell that Jon Jones doesn't want to fight Aspinall. So that I guarantee you.
So with that being said, say Jon Jones gets past Stipe and he wants a bigger contract.
Jon Jones is doing Jon Jones right now. That's what he does. You know what I mean? That's what he does. There is nobody that we've ever dealt with that, when I tell you, is not afraid to fight anybody. It's Jon Jones. And I just told her, I believe Jon Jones Aspinall happens if he beats Stipe.
Is that like a fight that you would, try and make happen money-wise if he's asking for more money?
We'll do everything we can to make the fight happen. Listen, you're saying, would we make that fight if Jon Jones asked for more fun? What fights don't we make? Other than the Francis thing, what fights don't we make? And you can't make people fight. And we couldn't make Francis fight. But every other fight we've made. We've dealt with guys for like Brock Lesnar. I mean, think of the biggest stars that have ever been in the sport. We've always made the fights, Yeah.
And finally, just one more question about this weekend. Kyle Barallo fighting Derek Cannonier, big fight for Kyle. I guess if Kyle goes out there and beats Derek Cannonier, he's number 5 in the division. And the middleweight division is really starting to kind of
heat up. I agree.
Rammed at the very top. So,
there's nothing but fun fights coming up in the middleweight division. It's like when it's like you're asking me right now. It's who knows? There's just so many possibilities in that division right now. And I always instead of talking first, I like to see how fights play out and how it all, after everybody fights, let's see what happens and we'll find out what's next.
Is South Africa on the docket? Because
100%. 100%.
You already said it was not a smart decision to share the cut, but have you thought of replacement for that fight? Is it someone that you've been working in the last?
No.
Not because of this, but I saw it was a big fight.
No, I don't even talk like this. Don't you dare throw the jinx on me. The cost of doing this production, if we have to change anything, is fucking devastating. So, no.
Just going off that, we're just a few weeks out from the Sphere. How is the production going for that? I mean, how much of the show is laid out and how much is still being developed at this point?
Incredible. I literally, before I flew to New York last week, we had a run through in the Sphere at 3:00 in the morning. We were there from 3 to 7 doing rehearsals and running through the whole thing. It's incredible.
I heard that you were on Instagram Live with Mick talking about the possibility of taking Contender Series or the idea of it on the road.
I literally was sitting there and I was watching it. I was looking around. I said, I wonder how this would do if we went 10 weeks on the road to 10 different cities with the Contender Series next season. And Mick and Sean both love it. So it's something that I'll kick around with the team and see what we think.
Se gostou do vídeo, não se esqueça de se inscrever no canal, ativar o sino, deixar o seu like, compartilhar com um amigo e vejo vocês no próximo vídeo.